Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our today's lecture is about the third group of the fungi, which is the Basidiomycota, which are simply called as the club fungi because of these clubs shaped basidium at the tip of which basidiospores are produced. Spores are actually its sexual spores. Basidiomycota is very famous group of the fungi. It includes mushrooms, which are both for edible and some are poisonous mushrooms. So we should be careful about eating the mushroom, that it should be edible. And plus it includes plant pathogens which cause diseases in plants. For example, rust and smut, it causes diseases in wheat and the corn plants. Plus puffballs, bracket fungi. These are actually the examples of the basidiomycetes. In the basidiomycetes, sexual reproduction takes place when the two they conjugate with one another. The two nuclei, they dikaryotic hyphae will be the lengthy phase, but at some certain stage of the life cycle, these two nuclei, they will fuse with one another to form the diploid nucleus, and used 4 haploid nuclei, and the 4 basidiospores will be produced at the tip of the basidium. At the tip of the basidium, when these 4 basidiospores are produced, the 4 haploid nuclei will migrate into these 4 basidiospores, and when they become mature, they will be released and they will germinate to form the hyphae again. Mushroom is its example. That is the mushroom, that is its type. Annulus, that is its umbrella shaped pileus, and at the lower side of the pileus, gills are produced. Inside the gills, the basidiums and the basidiospores, they are produced. These are actually the fruiting body. Mushrooms are actually the fruiting body. It's vegetative mycelium that is under the soil, that is the vegetative mycelium, and that is the fruiting body. Rust fungi and the smut fungi, these are also the examples of the basidiomycetes. Their genus name is Puccinia and Ustilago. Rust and smut difference, if we see or discuss, that the rust and smut actually cause diseases in plants. For example, the wheat and the rice. Rust, they are called so because they are rusty spores, rusty zang की तरह के जो spores होते हैं, ऑरेंज येलो कलर्ड spores produced होते हैं होस्ट सर्फेसिस के ऊपर, स्टेम के ऊपर, लीव्स के ऊपर, जो कि ब्रिक रेड और की तरह के होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से हम यानी कि लाल ईंट की तरह के, दैट्स वाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज द रस्ट फंजाई. वाइल द स्मर्ट्स दैट इज़ फॉर नेम इज़ फॉर ब्लैक डस्टी स्पोर्स, बिल्कुल सूट की तरह के, जैसे आप किसी चीज़ को बर्न करें तो ब्लैक सा सूट या स्मर्ट्स निकलती हैं, उस लिहाज से हम इसको कहते हैं. इसके स्पोर्स स्मर्ट की तरह के होते हैं. जो हमारा वीट और कॉर्न के जो वीट का जो ईयर होता है या कॉर्न जो होती है, वो ब्लैक स्पोर्स की वजह से ब्लैक हो जाती है और फिर वो खाने के काबिल नहीं रहती आपकी. अगर हम देखें लूज लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द लूज स्मट ऑफ द वीट, यू कैन सी इन दिस फिगर that it's a hyphae that germinate with that of the seed, and what happened, it will reproduce, it will form spores actually produced in these grains will become will be converted into black spores, and these spores, they will be released again. They will go to the healthy plants, and its mycelium will grow in its flowers, and that mycelium remains, that will become dormant in its seed, and when the will be germinated, the hybrid along with these seeds, and this cycle will continue again. So here you can see the spores. These are actually the mycelial spores जो कि प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं. These are called as the Arteriospores. You can see the 2 nuclei. Inside it there are the 2 nuclei, just like these are the thick walled, just like this, and these will infect the other plants too, and when these spores are produced, the awn or its kernel, that is converted into the black powdery mass that will dispersed by the wind, and again they will infect the other plants. When they reach the healthy plant, that that spores that will become dormant. These pterospores, they will reach the flowers of there, they become the dormant, and next they will germinate along with the germination of the seeds. These seeds in appearance अगर सामने से देखें तो healthy leaves seeds की तरह के ही होते हैं, लेकिन जब हम इनको germinate करते हैं तो वो hyphae जो है वो उनके साथ ही, तो seed borne hyphae होते हैं इनके actually. The fourth group of the fungi is the Deuteromycota. These are called as the imperfect fungi. Why? Because in it the sexual reproduction has not been observed. They only reproduce asexually. If we found the way by which they reproduce sexually, we can relate it with other two groups, which are the Zygomycota or the Basidiomycota. But because of the absence of the sexual structures or the sexual reproduction, we signed them as imperfect fungi. Now days the imperfect fungi, the scientists, they are trying to classify them on the basis of the DNA sequencing. Examples includes penicillium, which may be the blue green molds, aspergillus brown molds, and alternaria, fusarium, and helminthosporium. Penicillium is its example which we discuss in detail. That is actually called as the blue or green mold, जो ज़्यादातर जो है वो ये सेप्रोट्रॉफिक फंजाई है, जो डेड मटेरियल्स, डेड ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट के ऊपर ग्रो करती है. सेप्रोट्रॉफिक स्पीशीज़ डिकेइंग फ्रूट्स वगैरह पे एक्चुअली ये ग्रो करती हैं, ब्रेड पे ग्रो करती हैं. यू कैन सी द हाइफी दैट इज सेप्टेट एंड conidiophore, erect branches at the tips of the conidiophore, the conidia they are produced. सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट फीचर इसका ये है कि इसके जो conidiophore होते हैं उनकी जो शक्ल होती है वो बिल्कुल ब्रूम लाइक होती है, ब्रश लाइक होती है. आप इसके ऊपर चेन्स देख सकते हैं. इसके ऊपर ब्रश लाइक अरेंजमेंट, इसको हम जो है वो पेनिसिलियम कहते हैं. By air, these spores, they are the conidia. These conidia, they are released by the air and again germinate to form these hyphae. Asexually reproduce करती है. imperfect fungi की ये example है. Septate hyphae आप इसके observe कर सकते हैं.